Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? Shakur Stevenson will be tested in a Lomachenko fight. He will be tested. Now, going into this fight, you know, the WBC they ordered the top two contenders, which would be Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko. We know that Frank Martin is right behind him, coming off that win in the title eliminator, but they kept Lomachenko up there in the top two, and we know that Shakur Stevenson has that number one spot. And you know, this fight is most likely what's gonna be next, with Devin Haney going up to 140 to challenge Regis for his WBC title, and of course Tank Davis. You know, we really don't know what he gonna do, right? So Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko, that's looking like what's gonna be next. And Southpaw versus Southpaw, I think this will be the most skilled fighter that Shakur Stevenson has fought up until this point. And I think it'll be a different look for him because we really haven't seen Shakur Stevenson versus an elite Southpaw. And also you got Lomachenko coming off of the controversial Devin Haney loss. You know he's going to be highly motivated, wanting to prove himself. Lomachenko has made his bones over the course of his career, beating undefeated fighters or not really upsetting guys, you know, just really dominating or making guys that are supposed to be elite, making them look lesser than. That's how he really made his career, coming out the amateurs, you know, going straight to the smoke. So, I think this is going to be a great fight, man. This is a fight that I always wanted to see just because stylistically it's a great matchup. Now, I've always leaned towards Shakur Stevenson in this fight, and of course, as time goes on, Shakur is younger, Loma's getting older. I still lean towards Shakur in this fight. I think Shakur is an all-around complete fighter, one of the most skilled fighters in the sport. And Lomachenko, of course, having the experience, being also one of the most skilled guys and having a chip on his shoulder right now. I think Shakur also going into this fight with a chip on his shoulder, wanting to prove that he the best, wanting to put on a better performance than Devin Haney put on. I think both of these guys are going to go into this fight highly motivated with something to prove. And I've always wanted to see how Shakur Stevenson deals with a guy who is able to crash the pocket like a Lomachenko, because Shakur don't really move his feet laterally, or he's not very fleet of foot in using the whole ring with elite foot speed. Shakur Stevenson is a master of distance, and he's able to not have to use a lot of energy and a lot of movement and still control the distance with his lead hand, probing and just, you know, with his jab, and then just probing and using that range finder to keep a guy at range. You know, Shakur Stevenson is really he really good for holding that lead right jab out, and then he'll stick that bitch out there and literally hold you in place and dig a left to the body or bring a left up to the top. And he just, you know, Shakur Stevenson is deceptively fast with his hand speed. We know he got really good hand speed, but I think that should be looking different when guys actually get in the ring with him. And he knows how to put 2, 3, 4 punch combinations together, man. And when he get in a rhythm and when he get in his zone, it's hard to stop him. So it's going to be interesting to see how Lomachenko deals with that coming forward, because he's going to have to go to Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Shakur going to keep the fight in the middle of the ring. You know, Shakur is going to want to keep it in the middle of the ring, and then once he start, you know, get into his rhythm, he going to start walking forward, and he's going to be the bigger guy in that fight. So it's going to be interesting to see if Lomachenko can't really push Shakur Stevenson back, because it ain't going to be easy to push him back. And even when Shakur is going back subtly, he's still controlling the distance and fighting at the preferred distance. So it's going to be interesting to see how Lomachenko deals with a guy that he can't really just crowd and overwhelm, and he going to have to fight at that mid-range, which is going to give Shakur Stevenson the advantage with the reach and the ability to control distance at mid-range. It's going to be tough for Lomachenko to crash that pocket and get on the inside and make it rough for him, which is what I think he's going to have to do. You dig what I'm saying? So, very interesting fight. But with all that being said, a great stylistic matchup, all that being observed, I think Shakur Stevenson is going to get tested in this fight. I think there is going to be a moment in this fight where he faced some adversity. You know what I'm saying? I think in this fight, we really don't see Shakur get hit a lot. I think in this fight, he going to get touched. It could turn out to be a completely dominant performance by Shakur Stevenson with him having that chip on his shoulder, wanting to prove that he the best. But I do believe that he will get tested in this fight. I think he's going to get touched. I think this is going to be the first time we see Shakur Stevenson get hit flush, with straight shots, because Lomachenko is a master at landing those straight shots, most notably the straight left. You dig what I'm saying? So that's right there is going to show me. I think this fight right here is going to be the fight that takes Shakur to the next level, because he might be the first guy to stop Lomachenko, because I think he's going to be put in a position where he's going to have to fight, and he going to have to let his hands go. And Shakur, he don't mind letting his hands go. But you will see Shakur sometimes in situations where he is okay with just boxing you and getting a victory, not really pressing the issue. I think in this fight, he's going to be forced to have to fight throughout the fight. Lomachenko does start slow at times and start to pick it up on the end of the, on the second half of the fight. I think he's going to realize that, he done got burned doing that a couple of times in the Lopez fight. He got burned. In the Haney fight, he got burned starting too late. I think you're going to understand this is the last opportunity that he got to fight one of these top guys and put his name out there and become, champ, maybe get an opportunity to become undisputed again. I think he's going to pick it up a little sooner. So Shakur is going to have to really be offensive in this fight. And I think he's going to get tested. And I believe Shakur Stevenson has everything it takes to come out on top and put on a dominant performance. I think Shakur could be that guy that, that could ultimately stop Lomachenko, but it's not going to be easy. And I think Lomachenko definitely has a chance to win this fight too, because there's an unknown as far as with Shakur being able to go up against an elite southpaw. I know, in sparring, you sparring guys like Terrence Crawford, but it's different when you under the lights and you actually fighting a guy who's coming there to whoop your ass and not just to work on shit. You know what I'm saying? So just my initial thoughts on this fight. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. How y'all feel about a Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko fight. If you go back and look at my catalog, I've broken this fight down with just the idea of what this fight may look like, but this is the first time that the fight is actually like a realistic possibility. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.